bee colony is a pretty amazing society. I mean, I'd actually have to call it almost a civilization. It's made up of between 20 to 60,000 bees. There's always just one queen, and she's basically laying about 1,000 eggs a day. That the bees can do what they do in such a concerted way is pretty amazing. They will take the nectar from flowers, and I mean, if you look at a flower, you don't see much nectar in there. They will take the nectar and they will take 80% of the water out of that to make the honey, and then they have to pack it away in the cells. So it's pretty amazing that a bunch of insects can coordinate themselves to do something like that. And I think they're a pretty amazing civilization. The bees help pollinate a lot of the gardens here, the vegetables, the fruit trees, that sort of thing. That's a very valuable service. They're also, I think, a way for us to relate to a part of nature that we commonly don't relate to. So when we are eating honey, we're actually eating something that came from the flowers and then was processed by insects. So it's just a great way for us to relate to insects. Quite often we can get about 50 jars of honey from a hive if the queen is laying well and it's a good year and there's lots of flowers out there. And that's quite a sizable amount of sweet. Honey is a sweet just like any other sweet, and it's going to put weight on you, but it does have some advantages in cooking. For instance, it's very prone to absorbing water. So if you make cake with honey, the cake's going to stay moist a long time. It's also got some things in it like enzymes. If it's not overly filtered, it's going to have some pollen, which is a protein and has other elements in it. So there are definite nutritional benefits to honey. And then, of course, the propolis is also a very good antibiotic, as is honey. The extraction process starts when we, in September, go and steal the honey from the bees. And then we've got all these frames that are full of honey. We take them to a room. I take the top of the caps off for each cell. We have an extractor. We put the frames in the extractor and spin it around, and all the honey starts shooting out onto the walls and collects in the bottom. We put that through a filter, strain out impurities, put it in the bottles, and then we've got some beautiful golden bottles of honey. I've been beekeeping here for 10 years, and it's getting a bit much sometimes to lift up all these heavy boxes. But every spring I just can't say no. I just got to go back and start working with the bees again. So probably that's what I'll do next year. As far as the immediate future for the bees at Whole Village, I'm going to go back to my warm house, and they are going to sit in this box for the next 5 months and shiver their way through the winter.